Well, hey there, life group leaders. I just wanted to record this so that you guys would have the same content that we covered last Sunday in our life group leader lunch together, where we had some barbecue and talked about plans for the summer, plans for the fall. So I'm going to go through some of the things, the highlights of that meeting. And if you guys have any questions, I'd love to get together with you, grab coffee and see how I could help you guys moving into the summer and the fall. So I'm going to kick off a video here. If you're listening just on the audio of this, then you won't see that, but I'm going to click off a short video with a PowerPoint that I created here. So click this button here. The first thing I want to get from everybody is some life group leader info. So I passed around these sheets on Sunday that had a series of questions on them. And these are things I'm going to need to get from each of you. So I'm going to be shooting you an email after this video is posted, just kind of reminding you, I'd love to get this info, especially things like, are you open to newcomers? I want to make sure that all the people looking for groups this summer can find them. I'm looking to know, are you taking a break for the summer? Are you keeping going during the summer? What's your current day and time for a meeting, just to make sure I have that correct in Realm. What's your planned summer study? I'm going to cover that here in a little bit. Some different options of things I think are really good. And who is currently attending your group? If the roster is accurate in Realm, you can just say in Realm. You don't need to type everybody out again for me. So I'd love to get that from you. You can just send that as an email to jonathan@gracearlington.com or reply to that email I'm going to send here in a little bit, looking for that information. Man, just a reminder of the importance of life groups. Man, life groups are places where we can meet together, we can fellowship with one another, we can hear how life is going. You know, Sundays are just really busy. But man, I love that time where we get just to share life together. This weekend, one of the people in my group is having a 70th birthday party. We got other people that are going through some tough life events, and just being able to gather around them. I got another one in my group moving in a couple weeks. So just kind of saying, man, let's continue to meet together so we can be supporting one another. And of course, playing together is a big part of that. I just love going on vacations with friends and goofing off with friends, and being part of being in a healthy life group is just playing together. And of course, serving together is a big part of that as well. You know, we got a Serve the Blessed Day coming up in June. Carrie Morgan's going to be, getting together with that. It's a great time for guys getting together, and women too, getting together and serving together. And so that's a great opportunity, as well as going around and just sharing in groups how groups are serving one another and serving in the community. So part of the purpose of a life group is to be part of that local mission of the church, and we want to encourage people to keep serving in the local community as well. So just, man, I love how you guys are on top of that. I love how you are really, man, just a part of what we're trying to do. So man, thank you for being such a key part of life group ministry. I want to share a quick video from Elder Ron Hamilton that he just wanted to share with all you guys. So here's that now.
Hey, Grace Home Group leaders. Ron Hamilton here. Sorry I couldn't be with you, but we're coming back from a wedding for my nephew. But I wanted to share something with you that I always want to be encouraging you guys. And as the elder over small groups, I think that it's important for us to always be encouraging you guys. And I wanted to share this passage with you from Philippians. It says, "I thank my God in all my remembrance of you, always in every prayer of mine for you, all making my prayer with joy, because of your partnership in the gospel from the first day until now. And I am sure of this, that he who began a good work in you will be faithful to complete it at the day of Christ Jesus. It is right for me to feel this way about you all, because I hold you in my heart, for you are all partakers with me of grace." I just wanted you to know that we're a team. And we always want to be encouraging you guys. We always want to be sharing our hearts with you. And as a home group leader myself, I know that the struggles are there, and we know that. But we want to let you know that you're a team, and that he who began a good work in you will be faithful to complete it. You can always count on the Lord being with you. He's the great encourager. And we want to just be that mouthpiece that says, thank you, that says we want to be there for you. So if there's ever a need you have, don't hesitate to come to Jonathan or I, and just let us help carry the load with you. We just thank you again.
So jumping back from what Ron was saying, man, if there's anything that you need from us, just know that we are around. I'm available. My cell number is available to all you guys. If you guys have questions during the week, you want to shoot me a text, just know that I'm available for that. Coming into the summer, my group takes a break in May because I just can't get my people to show up in May. So my group takes a break for the month of May. And coming into the summer, man, I love having a plan for how we can accomplish something, because the reality is we can accomplish a lot in the summer if we have a plan. So I want to highlight the book that you guys should have gotten via your email. If you don't have one of these, let me know and I'll get one in your hands. This is the Summer Life Group Leader book. And if you scroll to page 9 in that book, you're going to see a calendar. And when you go to that calendar, I'm going to just bounce out of this for a sec so I can go big screen. There's a place for you to make your plan for the summer. So you notice on page 10 of mine, you've got my plan for the summer, where I'm going to meet, have a couple weeks study. That week 3, I'm actually going to get Haley Andrews to come in and visit my group. And we're going to hear what God is doing as part of the global mission of the church that week. If you're looking for someone to come into your group and share with your group, I love having one person come in person, one of our overseas workers every semester. So if you're looking for who that would be, you can contact me, contact Anna at gracearlington.com, and she'll let you know who's in town and available. So if you look on my calendar there for June, I got week 1, week 2, we're praying about the local mission. Week 3, I got Haley coming in. That'll be a short study that week. Week 4 is a potluck, fun time, just to celebrate being together. And then look, week 5, study week. And then I got VBS week. So we're going to be on break VBS week because a ton of my people are involved in VBS. And then week 6, just kind of get a feel of that. We'll meet through July and then break for August. So that's kind of my schedule for the summer. I'd love for you on that page 9 to take a pen and write out what's your plan for the summer. When are you guys doing local mission time? When are you guys doing global mission time? What study are you doing? And write out your plans for the summer right there. So another key thing that we want to check in on is what you're going to do during the summer. I want to highlight, if you have not yet installed the Right Now Media app, that thing is great. And if you need help getting that installed, let me know. You can go to gracearlington.com/right, and you can find a login to that. But I want to show you some things. If you log into Right Now Media on the website or on your phone, and you go to the Grace Community Church channel, this is what you're going to see. You're going to see my recommended life group series. I've got some different ones on there, and I've also got that in paper version in your book. So if you go in the book over there to page 5 and 6, you're going to see the paper version of this digital version here. And notice how I'm picking short sessions, because the summer's kind of short. You can max out probably 6 to 7 sessions. So anything long in that, you're not going to get done. So I don't recommend doing like 16 session, studies over the summer. So I've got Haggai in there, Building God's Church, The Power of Jesus Names. Highly recommend that one. That one's been getting me great feedback from life group leaders. You've got some other ones to look at there, from a marriage study, the book of Acts, different ones. Culture Shock is in there. Now, even though that one is long, that one's 12 sessions, I do put in the book. This one could be done in 6, especially if people will watch the videos on their own. And you can also simply do one of them. So you can do one of each topic, or skip topics, because he's hitting big issues of the day and you don't have to do them in sequence. You could just do 2 of the 6, and that would be a fine way to do it. So that's why I included that, because you don't have to do all 12 sessions the way that Chip did. You can kind of pick and choose what's a felt need in your group. Another thing you could do over the summer, page 7, is you've got life stories. These are a bunch of different ways that people share the life stories. I want to give you some tips on how I've done it in my group. Summer's a great time if you're looking to really bond as a group to take advantage of the life stories in there. Also want to highlight the Right Now Media training. So that same place that you went and Right Now Media to the recommended life group series, below that, you'll see life group leader training. I have filmed a bunch of very short interactive training sessions on things to help your group. So if your group is wanting to know, how do we engage with the global mission? Well, click on that training session and there'll be a short video and some questions to help get you going on how to do that in your group. Maybe you're wondering, how does my group grow as friends? How do we do the global mission together? How do I pick a study? What does Jonathan look for in a study? I show you some different tips in there. For example, how to search Right Now Media for videos that are shorter than 15 minutes and only 6 sessions, and different things like that is all built into Right Now Media. I show you how to do that. So there's a bunch of Life Group Leader trainings I filmed and loaded in there. Those are to help you guys. They're short and they're designed to, you have a short break, waiting in line. You can just grab one of those and grow as a group leader right there. Of course, just a reminder, on page 8 in the book, Ramsey Plus is available to anybody who is needing a group. Outside, say you're on break this summer and you hear one of your people in your group is struggling with finances. We got a June class with Dave Wheatgraph. We've got an August online Zoom only class with Loretta. So this is available for anyone in our church to take Financial Peace for free. I highly recommend it. I use it. I'm teaching a class over Park West right now. So that's right there on page 8. And you've got the barcode to get you guys logged in, and highly recommend that. One other thing I'm just going to mention while I got it here, on page of your book, page 13 and 14, page 13, actually, page 13, the 4 questions. Regularly, I get asked, what do you do when someone in my group asks for money? What do I do when someone in my group says, hey, I've got this big life issue? These 4 questions are very helpful in discerning what is going on and what should you do as a group leader. Of course, I'm available for those, but if you're not quite sure, these questions provide great clarity. So I recommend take a look at those questions on page 13 and have those ready so that you can really figure out what's going on when someone in your group shares a felt need that's going on in their family. I want to spend just a minute and highlight what's going to be coming this fall for our fall series. This is that time of the year we ask for everyone to do the same thing for 6 weeks. And all the rest of the time of year, you have autonomy as a group leader to do whatever session you want. But this particular time, every fall, we ask for 6 weeks for our entire church to do something together. So the title for this fall is going to be a Blessing. We're still working on the artwork for it. This is the artwork that another church used because we're going to base it off Dave Ferguson's Bless book. We preached a little bit on this last fall, and we really want to highlight it heavily going into the fall in life groups. So Gary's going to preach on each of these, and it's going to be 6 weeks long. And the reason is the final S stands for share your story. We kind of feel that S for share your story is going to be the hardest for groups. So that one we're going to spend an extra week on. It's going to be in the week of September 11th, 2022. We'll still have host and participant booklets just like we always have. We'll have videos that we're filming here shortly. We'll get those to you guys as soon as they're edited and ready to go. Yes, I will have a DVD. So I know there's some group leaders always wanting to make sure there's a DVD ready to go. But I also want to know if there's anything particular that you want us to include. At the Life Group Leader Lunch, we talked about maybe having like blessed keychains, similar to what we did on the men's retreat, where we got a little keychain thing to remind us to be a blessing to our neighbors. Someone mentioned like Klingon stickers, not Star Trek Klingons, but like those vinyl stickers you could put in a window, be a blessing. Other people mention maybe a pen, be a blessing. We maybe doing a journal, a daily journal. We have some different ideas. If there's something in particular you're looking for that you think would be effective in your group this fall, let me know what that is, because right now we're in the midst of putting this thing together, and I'd love to know what that is. So Be a Blessing is coming September 11th, 2022. It's going to be 6 weeks long. The biggest thing that you can do to help me is to install the Bless Every Home app and use it to pray for your neighbors and then share your stories. We shared a couple videos earlier this year on Bless Every Home and people praying, and all of a sudden it's crazy. You start praying and God starts answering those prayers. We pray for our neighbor. It's amazing how God answers the prayers of righteous men and women. So if you have a story to share, I'd love to get that from you, because going in the fall, it'd be great if we're already as leaders have been praying over the summer saying, God, would you allow us to be listening to our neighbors? Would you allow us to be eating with our neighbors? I'd love some great eating stories where we had neighbors over maybe during Memorial Day weekend or July 4th or different moments. That would be a great thing. If there's some things you want to borrow up here, like maybe the snow cone machine, popcorn machine, different things that we've got that you would use on your street, man, let me know what those are. And let me see if I can get those to you. But man, I'd love to capture some of those stories heading into the fall of the Bless Every Home. So if you don't have the Bless Every Home app, please install it. You can go to gracearlington.com/bless, install it on your phone. You'll get like a daily email. You can say, "How don't want the daily email, I only want the push notification." One thing I want to mention with the Bless app is you can decide who your neighbors are. So if you go to the Bless website, use a browser for this, use your computer, go to the Bless Abraham website and go to your settings, there will be a way that you can draw a map. So you can say, hey, my neighbors are this street, but not this street. You can make that shape any way you want to include or exclude who you really think your neighbors are. And it may be you're praying for 40 houses. Maybe you're praying for 100, but you get to decide that. So as you log in to gracearlington.com/bless and set up the website the way you like it, praying for the neighbors that you consider your neighbors, I just want to highlight that feature that you can make your neighborhood whatever is accurate to your neighborhood. So that's coming this fall. Man, I'm excited. Man, I'd love to see that thing happen. And at the lunch together, we had a life group interaction moment where we kind of asked the question, what's the coolest thing happening in your group right now? And the biggest challenge in your group? Challenges that came up were things like, man, I'd like to get more people to come. And so those are some things I'll address here in a minute. Other challenges were, man, I got a lot of people going through a lot right now. How do I help them? So we talked through some of those things. Biggest challenges was, how do I get my group to land the plane? Sharing is going on for an hour and we're having 1 minute of prayer time. So a lot of different challenges, and we just really encourage people different ways to address those challenges. So when it comes to growing your group, I just want to highlight a couple of things. One, invite. Every Sunday, more than half of the church that is sitting in rows is not in a group. That means if you got a family in front, left, right, and back, two of those families, two of those people who are sitting around you, not in a group today. So I encourage you, invite people on Sundays who sit around you. Would you be willing to come visit my life group? The second way is make sure your Realm stuff is updated. So I mentioned earlier the info from groups. So as I get that back from you guys, I'm updating Realm to make sure people know the day you meet, the location you meet, what you're studying. Are you on break this summer? Are you meeting this summer? And then as I meet with new members, I'm meeting with them in a couple weeks. As I meet with different people connecting with the church, I'm able to share with them who you are and where you are, so that I can try to help get you some people. Also, I have these little invite cards if you want them. I pass them around at many different groups. If you would like some of those, just shoot me an email. I'll snail mail some to you. I have a stack on Sunday, and they're just little life group cards I keep in my pocket, and I write my time of my meeting, my date of my meeting. I keep in my pocket my cell number, and if I'm talking to someone on Sunday, I'll slip them one of those cards and, hey, come visit me sometime. And I'd love to have you come visit my group. So if you need a stack of those, you want to start handing those out, I guarantee if you invite someone every Sunday, in a couple months, your group is going to be full. So I want to kind of just wrap up with that training thing again. Take advantage of that. Let me know how that works for you. That's in the Right Now Media app or the website. And if you have any questions for me, man, here's my cell, my email. I'd love to schedule a hangout with you. If you just text me times, or you can go to my calendar and pick a time. I sometimes have times that are different. Like right now, my Wednesday nights are taken up at Park West, but it may be that, a few weeks when I finish off that financial peace class, Wednesdays would be a great time for you to hang out. So we might be able to get something out here in a month or two. Also, I mentioned at the group that I love bringing dessert to group leaders. So I love bringing dessert to group leaders. So I did that recently where I brought dessert to the Stigler group. I've brought dessert to a variety of groups over the last couple months. If your group has not gotten dessert from me yet, I would love to make that happen. So I will go grab dessert and bring it. But I just need to know when you're meeting and where. So I can get on your calendar and bring dessert to your group that night. It just helps me know who's there. It helps me answer any questions about group stuff. It helps me get a feel of what your group is like. So man, love to make that happen. We just need to get one on the calendar. So any questions you guys have, shoot them over to me either via email or text, and I will respond to those probably in a group fashion if there's something I think other people are interested in. And as we head into the summer, if there's anything I can do to bless you guys, let me know. Thanks for jumping in.